Aloha everyone, this is Newfam from the Pods Community, and this is your Yammer content guide. So here we're at the Yammer landing page. You can see here there's a recent activity, suggested people for you to follow, and recent posts that are relevant to you. You can change your settings on this if you want Discovery All or Following to be your default. And over here really quickly, there's a home button that takes you to this landing page. Inbox, this is your Yammer private messages. And this is your Yammer notifications, and as we went over in the last video, Yammer settings. So you can create pods, but you shouldn't just go ahead and do that. We're trying to make sure we moderate the content on the site. So we have an all company under files. There is a pod group request form, and looks like this. So it's really simple. If you have a group of people that you want to form a team around, or you have a solution that you want to get people around, then you just fill out this form, send it to a Pods community member. You just fill out, what you want to do, who you want to do it with, and then we'll help you guys get set up and make sure there's a moderator assigned to your pod, and make sure that there's a champion to keep content going. So trying to make sure that we don't have too many watered down pods. So that's the Pods group request form. Just find it in all company files. So let's go over some of the content to get you guys familiar with the platform. We want everyone to start posting on the site. So I'm going to help you get acclimated to what kinds of posts are helpful. So let's go ahead and look at the drones committee pod. So I had joined the drones committee myself a little bit later on, and it was really helpful for me to see what had gone on through the committee's history leading up to the point that I joined. So I also, took advice from here for training for the FAA 107 course. So they had a lot of good tips in here for that. So a lot of pictures of events that the drones committee has gone out to. So obviously media is a key focus of this committee. But yeah, a lot of good advice, a lot of expertise, a lot of events and articles to help stay on top of industry. So that was obviously very important. And yeah, even Kevin being a panelist at this SMPS lunch. So that's the drones committee. Let's take a look at some kinds of questions. So we'll go into construction management pod. You see here's questions from Mikaika and Mike Young. Here's non-pressure lines. And you can see that he's getting responses from people across the company, even Derek on a different island. So it's a really good thing that if you don't know who to ask your question or who would know the answer, you can target it to a group, and then the collective experience can answer your question and bring about discussion that benefits everyone. So that's what occurred here, and you want to keep in mind that when you type out a question, that you want to put in the keyword so someone can search it in the future. So don't have to answer the same thing twice. So make use of that search function too. Let's take a look at the holiday party committee. So this committee, they had a great holiday party last year, Holocola, and then they used this pods as a kind of a testing grounds for that, and I think it was successful. So here you can see they used this info section is kind of like a bulletin board, give them dates, and then it's just like the drone committee where the content in here is most useful to people that are joining this committee for the next year. So whatever information is in here, they know who to contact, what the process was, and yeah, here it counts. So giving people an idea of what to expect for the next year, and also for their own coordination for their current year. So that's what they kept in there. I wanted to highlight this one group, employee development opportunities. This is where we're posting training opportunities, and then I want to make sure that people drive this content too, so everyone can join this pod and then take a look at meeting takeaways, and people can get kind of like evaluations on what trainings were useful, what trainings they want to see, and maybe takeaways from events that they went to that maybe not everyone else could have attended. So and we'll continue to develop that and encourage everyone to join. and then the DOE pod. So DOE is one of the teams that piloted some of the initial pods. And you can see here also we're using the info section and then doing coordination. DOE team is pretty spread out, so I think progress photos are really key to let everyone see what's going on different sites. And you can see here, here's Kalani High School, Kikoa's project. Kyle, I had heard a lot about this project. I know that the steel took a long time to get in, and then when it came, it went up pretty fast. Ronald's on his brother here. That's great. And then, yeah, but definitely a lot of questions and discussion that helps us bring ideas to the client and show that we've given thought to a certain process to the client. So that's great. And then let's go over how to make a post. So when you want to make a post, you can use the various functions here. Poll. I think we decide on the pod's logo through a poll. The pod's community. Praise. Of course, you can praise people. It's a great thing to do. And announcements. This is similar to a post, but a little different formatting. So if you want to do a post, you can see here there's different options. You can upload a file. They usually have previews of files when you upload them, something like this. And then you can upload directly through Yammer. So Yammer stores all the files. These are all searchable for any particular pod. So you can search through all the pods and find any particular file that you want. I think also for like the tripler team, they can't access SharePoint, but they can access files through Yammer for some reason. Well, so it's something to keep in mind. But yeah, you can also attach files directly from SharePoint, a link to SharePoint. This file here links to a SharePoint file. And then GIFs, you can add those as well. So when you type in here, you can address it to people. So let's pick Myung. So do that. You can choose him and he'll be notified of this post. You can also notify others and direct their attention to this post if you want to get their attention and maybe answer a question or something like that. And then you can also add topics. So here, if I type in, Yammer help, comes a hashtag, and then it becomes a searchable term. So for all of our Yammer help, you can find posts related to that. And yeah, you just fill in your content. You can add pictures, files, and they come as a preview. So pretty basic. That's it. And then you click post, and you're there. You're done. So if you have any questions about what you can and cannot post, refer to Yammer guidelines. Those are stored in the all company group under files. You can also ask any of the pods community members if you're not sure about anything. So that's myself, Newt Pham, Mike Young, Kevin Yasutake, John Nellens, and Kim Castillo, and Ikaika Rodenhurst. So yeah, refer to any of our committee. But we hope everyone tries the post. That's the key to this platform. Is the more people use it, the more valuable it becomes. And then we'll have that historical search function, so people don't have to repeat themselves over and over, and that information, that Commonwealth, the great experience of Bowers Dakota is captured. All right, that's it. Thank you so much.